Hello, hello everyone. Today it's raining here in Buenos Aires. It's a very cold day, and uh, we are going to talk about resistance, the resistance monster. And I know some people thinks there is no resistance. It's just a way of people's behavior that's telling us more about ourselves and how you perceive the world. Um, I believe that the word resistance exists also for some reason. So I do believe there might be resistance, and I also believe that this resistance is telling us about how people is behaving and how we are perceiving their behaviors as um sorry, someone is asking me why I'm getting your videos. Maybe just appear to you because we are friends in Facebook. I told you that I'm transmitting online, so that may be the cause. I don't know. Sorry, if you don't like the video, you can just quit, and that's okay. Hi. Okay. So we're saying resistance actually is the thing, or maybe perceived as a thing, and sometimes we can uh, dig deeper into this resistance from our clients for the things that we want to change, and we want to help them be um, better, or to improve their behaviors, the things they are doing, their results. And the ways I have felt resistance, or that you may feel resistance from your clients, is, for example, they may be indirect. Most of the time they are indirect. When the person says, I don't want to work with you, or I don't like this anymore, that's very direct, and that's not considered resistance. Actually, they are just saying and going forward and chat with you and saying what they want or they don't want. So resistance is mostly being in a subtle way, and they are just I don't know, maybe because of fear or something, they're just going silent. That can be one. And when they say nothing at all of what you're doing and how you're behaving and working with them, they're just silent. If they are silent for so long, it's just maybe a sign of resistance, so you may want to look into that. And another thing is, for example, when somebody is just saying okay to everything you're doing, and they are, yes, go ahead, and they actually don't oppose anything of the things you're doing, or maybe they are not commenting on anything. It's just another kind of resistance also. Maybe because your client is just not considering the things you're doing, and maybe they just do whatever you want, and that's also not helpful for them. I mean, especially for organizations, if you don't have a key partner in your transformation, in the coaching you're doing, in the work you're doing, it might mean that they actually don't care what you're doing. So another thing that may be happening sometimes, has also happened for me, is that your clients are saying, okay, I don't have the time to do this, so do whatever you want, or maybe we can work another time. And not having not having time all the time that means also that your client may be going around the bush with saying you that they actually don't want to work with you. So I think all the things that are components to resistance are mostly emotional, because when your client understands that they actually have to do something with the work, it's not that you want to impose something, but you maybe just give some suggestions, some advice, or you are just working with them for them to realize what they have to do. That's actually what coaching is about, because they are the ones that have the expertise and the all the knowledge they need to solve the problems. So you are just there to help them overcome those fears they have, those emotions, and also you are there to have your to be available for them, just to listen to them, to maybe ask some questions, and that's how they will become aware of what they are saying, what they are doing, and how they are doing the things, and how they are contributing also to the problem that they have asked you to go to the company or to work with them because they have a problem. So I think most of the time it's about emotion, and when they acknowledge that they have to, your clients have to actually work to overcome the problem. Of course, you will be there to support them because that's your job basically as a coach. And sometimes fear comes in, or they get confused, or they get angry sometimes, because it's difficult to accept that they might be losing control of the situation, and they maybe have to let other people do their job the best they can, or maybe they can let them even make mistakes and learn from the mistakes. So it's this kind of uncertainty when you start to work with people drives them crazy sometimes. I've seen it. And there is also vulnerability coming into place, because we as coaches know that sometimes we don't like to be vulnerable or to lose control of the situations. So imagine that your client is more afraid than you in this particular situation you are helping him with or her with. So just be patient, and also realize that you have the same behavior too, maybe in other contexts, in other aspects of your life or your work. And so just be patient, be compassionate, and think that they are just people like you, and they also need support, and you may also need support in some other ways. So that's very powerful when you realize they're just like you, they are persons just like you, they do the same things you do. So just be patient with them. And what else can you do to overcome this resistance, as we say in quote unquote? Another thing you can do is, first of all, identify where this resistance is being shown by your client, how they are expressing it, even if they are not saying anything. So pay attention to the present state of your clients, and a bit of history, how they're behaving around you, because as a consultant or as a coach, you have to be around, and it's also not personal. They're just out of fear, out of emotion, behaving this way. It's not about you, it's about them, maybe feeling somehow. And the thing that it's about you, of course, is are your thoughts in the moment. If you're feeling also confused, or you tend to blame your client, or maybe you are thinking about the imposter syndrome. Okay, I can help this client, I don't know what I'm doing here, and that will transpire to your client. So first, be yourself confident about the things you can do. And I'm telling this because I have that problem before. I've been questioning myself about, what I'm doing about this. Maybe I'm not so good at coaching, and maybe I'm not so good at helping people. And it was actually about the system that was working in the company, the system that had been established, and actually had nothing to do with me specifically. So the thing that actually had to do with me was that I was thinking about the things that I was not good enough for my clients. So be aware, of course, of your present state too. And another thing you can do is when you identify this resistance or this symptom or this signal that people are having some problems with the change or with the things you want to work with them, maybe it's a good way to express it. So think before you act, and act compassionately, out of compassion, out of love with your client, and just talk to them and tell them directly what you are thinking or what you are feeling, or what, maybe by asking some question and saying, okay, I think you are kind of resistant because you're doing this and that and that, or maybe I'm wrong. Just also be open to the possibility of being wrong, and start the conversation with your client and dig deeper, so you can understand what's the situation and what's the fear they are having, or what's the emotion that's driving them to this resistance, as you may say. And then just listen and listen and listen and watch for new behaviors, and also, as I was saying, start the conversation but then shut up. Just listen and watch your client. They will tell you everything you need to know to overcome their resistance, and you will be just fine. So that's a thing I wanted to talk about resistance mostly. It's been a shorter video right now, and I guess I don't have so much to talk about right now. But if you like this topic and you want if you want me to share a bit more of what I lived about resistance, my experience, or things that happen to other people, also comment on your experiences, because it can help everybody to learn from that. And what actions have you taken, and what were the things that actually help you overcome the resistance from your client and from yourself. So that's all for now. Like it if you like this conversation. Also comment and share with your friends if you think that might be helpful for them. And that's it. So I will see you next Thursday. Bye bye. Have fun.